Alright, we are live. And nobody's watching yet. Oh, yeah. Let's start by doing this. Alright. So it looks like we got one viewer at the moment. How you doing? Can you hear me? Let me check OBS and make sure if my mic's working. Alright. Alright, I guess I'll just get started. So today, I'm going to be working on an original character. That is a character I've had, like, for years and years, since I was maybe about 12 years old. And, I mean, it's obviously evolved quite a bit since the very first design. But I came up with an idea to do a few different versions of, not so much the design, but like different stages of what this character goes through in the course of the story. I'm going to start out with like a simple sketch. Yeah, the pose isn't going to be anything crazy either. Just, you know, simple 3/4 view. That looks so weird, but let's do that again. Well, it's actually like too far out, should be more in a relaxed position. Yeah, it's a little better, I suppose. Alright, I'm actually getting a little more detail than I want to at this point. Right now, all I'm trying to do is just get the body shape and the stance. You know, this is literally just a sketch. So I'm actually probably spending more time on this than I really should be, but that's alright. It looks a little small, I think. Alright. Yeah, I'll fix this arm in the front. That is not looking too good, I think. Yeah, that's why it looks weird. The knees are like in such a different spot, but then there's not as much perspective on the feet. Alright. Yeah, I don't know if that's much better. I mean, I think since this is concept art, technically, you know, the proportions don't have to be all that exact. But, you know, still I like to have them at least somewhat intact. Oh, JD in the building. Alright. Yeah, I didn't see you when you came in. I wish, you know, give me at least a little notification if somebody types in the chat. How you doing, man? Yeah, I'm actually thinking this arm is a little small altogether. Let's see, if I just enlarge this. Alright, I guess I'll get a little indication of his clothing. And I wonder if I should do this on a separate layer. Yeah, you know what, I'm gonna add another layer. And do this in a different color as well. Finally got the eye. Oh, you finally got your eye alignment? Yeah, I thought, that sucks that they didn't give it to you right after you got the surgery, but feeling alright though? Oh yeah, I did figure out the thing with the Discord. Yeah, I wish I had done a darker blue for this. Yeah, it's a little better. Yeah, this is something I don't do all the time, like with the colored sketching like this, but it's something I feel I should get in the habit of, because when I do everything in black, it becomes kind of hard to read, like, you know, what's part of the sketch and, you know, where my final line work's gonna be. Alright, so maybe I should give a little backstory on this character. There's a character, like I said, I came up with this character when I was like maybe 12 years old originally. And oh, I still got the wrong blue selected. Oh, what is that? Yeah, so this is a character came up with when I was really young. The story and everything has changed quite a bit over the years, but essentially it's a futuristic story. He's pretty much an android, you know, with superhuman abilities. And they were created like as part of the military, as sort of a super weapon. So for the shirt, yeah, I wanted to give it, at least like the way I've changed things over time, you know, now it has kind of more of a BDU, like military aesthetic to it, so it's got, you know, these pockets that are on like soldier shirts. Yeah, it's definitely in the wrong place. It does not match up with the other side. So yeah, that's sort of the starting point. But it's funny, cause like the way it's changed over time. Because originally, this character was inspired by Dante from Devil May Cry, which was a big influence on me. You know, as a teenager, as a young artist, you know, I love the Devil May Cry series growing up. And I thought, you know, Dante was like the coolest character out there. Which is, you know, that's kind of what he was intended to be. I forget the creator's name, but yeah, he did say like the concept of Dante was just everything he thought was really cool at the time. And you know, it worked. He made a beloved character. Which is also, you know, one of the reasons I wanted him in Smash. Even though he's another character with a big sword. And sword characters are getting really annoying and overly done at this point for Smash. Yeah, I still think it would have been cool to have Dante in the game. Yeah, Kazuya from Tekken is a pretty good choice though too. I'm not mad at it. Alright, so I mentioned that he was based loosely on Dante. Or in the beginning, it was pretty much just a ripoff of Dante. So you got the one pistol at his side. Doesn't have two, just has the one on his right hip. Yeah, I'm gonna lower the opacity on the red sketch so I can see a little better what I'm doing. So yeah, I'm not going to make the pistol too detailed here, it's just going to be sort of indicated that it's on his hip. It's not really important for what I'm trying to work on today. But, yeah, something kind of cool. So this character, the two main characters in this story, he's the speedier one out of the two. The other one's more, more strength-based in his power set. So because he's the speedy one, I gave his gun the name Nike, which is the Greek goddess associated with speed, which is also why the Nike brand for sneakers, why it's called Nike. So, a little useless knowledge, which I have a ton of, and all the most random nonsense that, it's good for trivia games, but not much else, usually. Well, I guess it's good for stuff like this as well. Coming up with designs and names and whatnot. Yeah, Manuel, you're in the building too. What's up? Yeah, I'm always coming through with the useless knowledge on shit. So, let's see. Yeah, I think right about here is good. So one of the other things for this character, one of his other weapons, he has throwing knives. And this was a thing I added later on in the years to the design. Gave him these like magnetic thigh holsters. So yeah, it might be kind of hard to see the way I drew it right here. but so the knives just sort of stick to these metal panels. He's got these like double-ended throwing knives. Oh, thanks, man. Alright. Alright, so I'm gonna add some wrinkles into the pant legs over here. Just to kind of give, you know, some indication that the pants are like deforming around these holster things. Alright, and cats are looking a little funny right there.
Rage on that beat, going crazy.
I'm not liking how these wrinkles are looking, but always fix them. I'm gonna take one more try at this, and then if it still looks terrible, I'll just move on to the next part. Yeah, good enough, I guess. Alright, let me finish the shoe. Alright, now I gotta give him the spiky douchebag hair. It does have, yeah, the earliest version of this character basically had anime hair, so I mean, you know, it's I've changed it up a little bit over the years, but yeah, I still got the spiky hair. Not as extreme as it used to be, but that chin looks really pointy. Yeah, so the first version I ever did of this character, when I was about 12, was I pretty much, I was meant to look like me, but I basically like combined ideas from Dante from Devil May Cry with I mean, there's probably some DBZ stuff in there too, which might be the reason for the spiky hair.
Check the mic and make sure it sounds right, boys.
But yeah, that's the stuff I was into at the time I came up with this character originally. And the backstory's changed a lot since the first story, the original story too. It's actually gotten a lot more, it was like really fantasy based, like pretty much copying Devil May Cry outright. I was like, 12 at the time, so can't follow me too much there. But then I started getting inspired by things like Halo, and Halo was another big contributor to my art over the years. So I started moving away from like the, over-the-top fantasy. I don't know if you'd call Devil May Cry fantasy per se. But supernatural stuff, moved away from that. Became more like sci-fi based. I think where it stands now, it sort of combines elements of like the mystical fantasy stuff and sci-fi. Yeah, I don't think I nailed the proportions, but the head looks pretty small.
It sound right, boy.
Yeah, the head's actually really small.
It sound right, boy.
Yeah, it's a little better. Yeah, so the last thing is the sword, because you gotta have the gun and the sword. Especially if you're gonna be a Dante-inspired character, gotta mix the two. You gotta have that long range and close quarters, or yeah, I mean I'll call it close quarters. Yeah, even the sword design was was originally like, it almost looked like the Master Sword, but with some detail differences, you know. So this character, the first, you know, the first sort of concept of it was just a mishmash of everything I liked at the time. But this design for the sword was something I came up with much later on. Which, I mean, because of the way he's standing, you're not going to be able to see it that much, but essentially, the sword is shaped like this. And, got like a little handle part right here. And this is the actual handle. And here's the cool part. So, alright, you got some like grip tape right here. I mean, or paracord, you know, whatever they use for grip on those sort of like tactical blades that you see. So the hand guard is actually this like axe blade. Something like this, right? And on the back, you got the pick as well. So, I mean, it should be slimmer than how I did it here just now, but this was just a real quick thing. So the sheath, instead of having a full-size sheath that covers the whole blade, like, it's a real bad sheath. It's got this like thing that closes over the middle part when he puts it on his back. And he can take off the whole thing, you know, grab it here, grab one hand here, so this is his wrist, and grab it from here. Well, he'd grab it from the opposite side to swing the axe, but, you know, essentially you have a hand here, a hand there, and you can use it as an axe, or use it as a pick on this side. So that's what his sword, that's how it works and how it looks. I thought it was a pretty interesting concept. I'd personally never seen a sword X combo like that, so I thought it was a pretty creative idea. And I haven't really seen anything like it since coming up with that. So I'm hoping that if I eventually get to make this series and becomes gains any sort of popularity, I'm hoping that nobody will come out with that beforehand. Because I came up with that idea, let's see, maybe like 10 years ago. Like I said, I had this character since I was 12, and when I came up with that concept, I think I was still in college. Let me get some eyes. Yeah, this guy right here, out of the two main characters, he's definitely more of the hothead type. The kind that rushes into battle, is really cocky. But I would say the cockiness is very much justified. Even though, like, most of who he fights against is going to be other androids similar to him and his brother. So they're also going to be quite powerful in their own right. But what makes them two different from most of the other ones is that whereas the other ones are a little more robotic in the sense that, like, whatever their limits are, the limits are built in. They can't get stronger. They can only they're just initially built at a superhuman level, and that's where they stay. So he and his brother, which is the strong, muscly one of the two, they can actually power up and increase their power levels. When pushing themselves to the limit and beyond, and through training and stuff as well. So they have that advantage where they might not be as strong as you the first time, but better watch out the next couple of fights, next couple of rounds. All right. Let's see. Yeah, I wasn't sure whether or not I wanted to go straight into the line work. Actually, yeah, I think I'm gonna do this. Yeah, I'll just do. I'll do the actual black line work for now. I actually might want to keep it sketchy too and not worry about being like super precise. Oh, the music stopped. I'll leave that alone for now. Yeah, stream thing's weird for me. I'm not sure, like, how much I should be commentating while I'm doing this. And then there's just those long periods where I'm just, I'm just doing the drawing and not saying anything at all, just letting the music go. I don't know if like, watching, if that's cool for people. Not really sure, like, what I'm doing with this whole streaming thing. I'm still trying to figure out, like, what my YouTube channel should be exactly. Like, do I want to do tutorials? Do I want to do just talk about stuff while I'm drawing? I've seen art channels like that where let's talk about different topics, and have the sketching or whatever playing in the background of the video, but they're not necessarily talking about just art stuff. Could be talking about like life in general, career stuff. Like, I don't think I have the voice to just do a talking channel. But something I do want to do is like get more of my personality in the videos, which doesn't seem like I have a lot, but I just want to like put more of myself out there, which is kind of what I like. I wanted to do streaming in the first place. Yeah, I need to get more comfortable with everything. Let's kind of figure out like where I'm going with all of this. Yeah, that's looking really small. Just beef that up a little bit. So now I'm also going to need to make the pant leg just a little bit bigger too. Oh, did not mean to do that. I don't know what this track is, but it reminds me of when I was trying to learn to dance, and I was taking lessons doing I think it's called Kizomba. Yeah, the music that we danced through in those classes sounded a lot like this. You know, nice and smooth. Get a little sexy with it, a little romantic with it. But I wasn't really good at the partner dancing, to be honest. I was all footwork. You know, leading was tough for me. Picked up the footwork real quick, but couldn't always lead my dance partners. It was fun though. I just wish I was like a little bit better. Because I joined those classes like to do salsa and bachata and stuff. And Kizomba was something I hadn't heard of, but you know, I was willing to give it a shot. And yeah, when it came to all three of the dances, like I got the footwork down like real quick. But yeah, I couldn't get a hang of the partner stuff, unfortunately, which is sort of the whole reason I wanted to learn salsa in the first place. Yeah, it's tough. It is tough. Actually, one of the YouTube artists that I started following recently said he's big into salsa dancing. Yeah, it's kind of one of those YouTube channels I was talking about, where like, yeah, the guy's just talking about kind of, you know, sort of inspirational stuff, I guess. And you know, you just see the background is painted on the screen. I mean, you know, it's like a sped up, a time-lapse painting that he's doing in the background. And he just sort of talks on different topics, like, you know, what to do when you feel discouraged as an artist, like, you know, stuff like how social media messes with your, you know, with your psyche or whatever, and it covers a bunch of different topics. It's mostly related to, like, you know, stuff being an artist, and stuff like not comparing yourself to others, and not feeling terrible about when you're not getting work done all the time, and yeah, it's a bunch of good topics, a lot of inspirational stuff that I've been finding like pretty helpful. Just, you know, not necessarily with the artwork itself, but just in terms of thinking, like, you know, the change the way you think, and it can really help you, you know, be more successful. Like, I was listening to one, I think, this morning. Oh my god! Right in mid-sentence, I forgot what the topic was. But he has a lot of interesting stuff like that, and he just tries to inspire people. Oh, that's what it was. Like, he was saying, don't feel bad. Essentially, if like with the artwork, if you're not producing as much stuff as some other people, and he mentioned there's an artist that he loves that you know, he'd do like a little bit of one painting and then stop that one, take a break, start a new painting altogether, you know, and maybe start a third one at some point, and then like go back, do some details on the first one, then go to working on the third one. And it seems like, you know, he'd be somebody that would never finish anything. But I guess if you look him up, he has, you know, hundreds of pieces of art that are out there. And you know, essentially the idea is it's not so much you know, constantly being able to knock stuff out and finish everything that you start, but you know, being deliberate with your time, doing stuff you know, kind of with purpose and thoughtfully, I think is the words he used. I'm trying to get better at all that stuff, because I feel like I never finish anything, you know, that I start, and a lot of stuff just ends up sitting on the shelf. But I had a few projects in the works that I've been working on for months. Like one of my 3D things that I'm working on, if you follow me on Instagram, you can see some of the progress. I think I started that like December, I want to say. It's still not done, but I've been inching towards finishing it for, you know, yeah, the past 6 months. And I mean, I think everything looks good. It's just like, yeah, it would have been nice for my ego, I guess, if I had been able to finish it in maybe that first month, or even the second or third month. Yeah, fighting those feelings of like, oh, I'm not doing as much as the next person, it's really tough. It's really well, I guess it's like self-defeating in a way. And I always beat myself up about that. Getting better though, getting a little, you know, I'm not putting quite as much pressure on myself these days as I used to. Although I do still need to, you know, set aside more time, like specifically for doing art. But you know, throughout the day, like when I'm working my day job, I'll yeah, I might sketch a little something, even if I don't get a full sketch out of it. Yeah, I might do a little, just sort of half a sketch of something. Or you know, I also do some 3D stuff throughout the day as well. Like I'm working on a replica of an intersection near my job, like the street, in 3D. So, you know, take half an hour, pop in a couple of like maybe the street signs, maybe there's a house on the street. You know, I'm just trying to whip that up real quick. You know, as long as I'm getting a little something done, I feel alright with it. But yeah, I mean, at this point I feel like I got too many projects on the shelf right now that need to be finished. Alright, yeah, I think this looks okay. Alright, I'm gonna get a little... I don't know if that ear is huge. But either way, I'm just gonna detail it as is. Yeah, I don't think I want to go too crazy with like the specific details, because this is really just supposed to be a quick... Oh, that's not good. I had not saved it this whole time. That would have sucked if it ended up crashing or something. Alright, now let's see if I can see how it looks when I add some colors. Oh, that's the eraser. So yeah, I mentioned like this is supposed to be kind of a BDU, like a military kind of shirt. So that's why I ended up changing it to green. Like earlier on when he was more Dante inspired, it was a red shirt, obviously. And then I ended up changing it to more of a maroon color for a while. And then I eventually decided, like, okay, because there's like the military thing, and he's supposed to be like, you know, a super soldier in this futuristic world. Like, yeah, it makes more sense to have sort of, you know, military green. And I'll be honest, like, I don't feel I'm that good with colors. I consider myself to be, you know, much better at the actual, like, sketching, drawing part of things. Let's see, I'm wondering if I should try doing all the colors on the same layer and just sort of go with it. Yeah, I'll give that a shot, actually. So for the pants, I go a little more of a grayish color. Like a grayish bluish. Oops, I'll just pull in the whole whole thing. Yeah, I probably should have picked out a color palette first. Before I just started blocking in the colors like this. But I think because this is basically concept art, I'll probably be fine. Yeah, so I'm gonna go a little darker for the shirt underneath and the gloves. Excuse me. Do this paint behind. Do something similar for the sword on his back. And the shoes as well. Oh yeah, and the gloves. You know what? I got to fill in the strap. I wonder if I should change the color on that so it doesn't blend in so much with the shirt. Wait, is that? I don't think I actually changed the color. I'm gonna go darker with this. Yeah, let me see how this looks. Yeah, I think this will be good enough. Just want to get a little color variety in certain areas. Oh, actually, yeah, I think the gun was... I think the colors were opposite. Yeah, the gun is, that's right, it should be mostly black. Chrome accents. I forgot part of the outline right there. Oh, let me see. I do got a skin colored palette over here. Skin tones. That's what it's under. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, that is really orange. I'm gonna go a little less saturated here. Yeah, I don't know about these base colors. Yeah, I'm gonna make these bolster things kind of a different chrome color. It's a little more bluish. Yeah, I should have done better job with the outline. But you know, I'm trying to do this quickly. Like the perspective's definitely wonky on some of it. I mean, I'm outright missing some of the perspective lines, or even just lines in general. That's not the right color. Go a little darker for the hair color. Oh, why is this? Ah, man, did I do all that stuff on the outline layer? Okay. Yep, that sucks. Okay, I don't think it was actually that bad. I think this is salvageable. Yeah, okay, it was just this one part. I'm scared there for a second. Yeah, I was looking up how to do color fill in Photoshop, like in a way that's better than this. Because when I'm watching other artists, like, and they do the color fill, and it's not, and you know, it seems like very smooth and quick, and then I don't have to fill in this extra space like that. You know, it just seems really efficient, and I'm like, yeah, I've been doing it the same way for years, and it's gotta be something better. It's gotta be something a little easier. Yeah, it's less messy too. Alright, I think that's a decent place for the base colors. Oh, you know what? I didn't get any eye color in there. That's a little too dark. Yeah, for the whites of the eyes, I usually go with something that's not completely white. I don't know, I just think it looks a little less, I don't know, something about the blinding light, like within the eye, looks a little weird to me. I mean, not like you don't notice that much of a difference. But if I'm gonna like do a more detailed painting, and something that you know you might look at more up close, yeah, I think it's a good idea to not go with like 100% white. Yeah, I don't think I'm doing a good job with the highlights on this at all. Kinda all over the place. No, I think that's gonna take too long, so I'm just gonna... Yeah, before I get into putting the highlights for the hair, I think I should work on getting the lighting done on the rest of the body. I'm seriously just gonna use like something that's almost white with just kind of a low opacity. That's the eraser, so that's not gonna work. Why is this not painting anything? What is going on with this? Oh, so all that was painting. It was being glitchy as hell for no reason. Cool. Thanks, Adobe.
Rage on that beat, going crazy.
Yeah, it doesn't look like metal. Yeah, I really suck with doing metal. something I definitely need to practice more. I don't know. Yeah, alright, I guess I'll just have to leave that alone, because all of that looks like garbage. See if I can get this a little more, yeah, it's a little bit more of a reasonable looking place. Oh God, why is, no color there? Like a weird cutout.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys. It sound right, boys. Sound right, boys.
Okay, a little more successful on this side, I suppose. Well, it's still not, still not great. But, I mean, it's better than what I was trying to do over here.
It sound right, boy.
Alright, yeah, I'm not loving that either, but I guess it looks enough like metal. Alright, seem to be having a little more success over here with these knives. Alright, I think that's a good place to stop for tonight. I was actually hoping to get more done. I had a whole idea for this where I was going to have a couple of different phases of basically costume changes throughout the story. I mean, there's a part where, he gets an arm chopped off, and it gets reattached later, but, I wanted to have, like, one instance where the sleeve is missing, so, the rest of the outfit's the same, but he's got a torn sleeve and this arm's bare, probably with the gloves still. And then maybe have one where he's completely armless. And have the three side by side, so going from one phase to the next. I thought that was a cool idea. That I wish I had actually had time to pull off on stream, but I'm a slow worker when it comes to this. Like, I'm trying to get better, trying to get faster, but I'm still a work in progress. I'm the first to admit that, and that's part of the reason I'm doing this. Like, I want to get used to the idea of working in front of people, because normally I isolate myself and don't try to show anybody anything until things are to a certain point of completion. That's one of the reasons I wanted to start streaming. Sort of get myself out of that, get used to the idea of having somebody kind of looking over my shoulder a little bit more. Even though that might not be the exact experience I'm getting, I think it's still kind of forcing me to think about it. Let me see if I can just get this last detail in here. Extra shine. Just clicking all kinds of stuff. I got a little shimmer to the belt buckle. I think that's a good place to call it. So thanks for anybody who joined me tonight. Hopefully you enjoyed yourself a little bit while watching, or at least just listening to the music. You can find the plugs for my Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook page in the description. And thanks for anybody who joined. Have a good night.